Hooking up some stinging nettles in my clam chowder tonight. I'm gonna go over my dinner a little bit. It's This is basically just vegetables, different green vegetables that I add to my food. And what I want to talk about tonight, because I've done quite a few videos on my nettles and different noxious weeds on my Mr. Humboldt at YouTube. So Mr. Humboldt Hippie's garden at YouTube has all my foraging and food plant videos. So anyway, the point is that I've done a bunch on eating wild mustard, identification of wild mustard and what it looks like, and I think it's important that you be sure to never eat anything if you don't know what it looks like. So I've tried to do a lot on identification, and these are baby leaves right here. These a full wild mustard leaf is like almost a foot in size, and expands into these jagged leaves. So you can see just the beginning would be just a small spear, like maybe just one of these tips, and you would think, oh, that's a mustard leaf, but no, this is a mustard leaf, and it's over a foot tall. Anyway, and stinging nettles, these are excellent food. They all eat radiation, and they're extreme amounts of protein and vitamins and minerals. These are stinging nettle buds and seed pods that are extremely powerfully potent in medicinal properties and health aspects. And another thing I wanted to say about foraging, believe it or not, it's just not realistic to carry plants, in bringing a plate or any kind of thing. Traditionally you wrap food and cook it in the wild in other plants, and banana leaves are used to make tamales, for instance, and different things like that. So when it comes to carrying, dock leaves are a great huge, usually this is a tiny small dock leaf, and you can see it's bigger than my hand, and it hasn't even gotten any red into it yet. This is a red spotted dock leaf. This extreme amount of powerfully healing medicines in this, and typically this leaf right here would be all red. It's not even red yet. You can see a smaller dock leaf is only half of that size. This is not a bird dock. Okay, there's a lot of different burdock leaves, and there's a lot of dock leaves. This is D-O-C-K. This is red burdock. It's crispus, rumix crispus is the dock family. Polygonaceae is buckwheat, I believe. Either way, stinging nettles live, eating them raw off the plant is just extremely powerfully energy. You'll just feel it. What I wanted to show you, sorry I have a problem focusing, is the red veined, it's actually got a little bit of red there, dock leaf is extremely powerful ascorbic acid. This in a time of need would heal most people for their vitamin C deficiencies and minerals. Spinach, oranges, broccoli, different things like that have a lot of mineral contents, and they're really important for your vegetable green diet, for eating. But this one dock leaf right here has probably, I don't know what the percentage is, but it's far beyond anything that you could buy in your store right now for what I just named off. This is way more potent and stronger than any spinach, kale, any commercial product that you could buy in a store. This is growing in a ditch on the side of the road somewhere, and has everything that you need to live long and healthy. And when it comes to eating raw, even that much, it's extremely bitter for a lot of people. The bigger the leaf is and the more red that it is. This is still a nice small, can't think of the word right now, but not too bitter, and or soft basically. It hasn't been, the older it gets, the more rougher it gets. And so you could take this whole leaf right here and stick this in your pot, no problem. The thing with dock, even if it is a little bit bitter, and like I said, this one right here, as big as this is still not even barely bitter. You eat that raw. You eat that raw. I mean, that's a salad green. With a little bit of vinegar, you have your balsamic vinegar that has a bitter taste. Well, in the traditional times, or people that live off the land anyway, this is already starting to wilt just by getting heated. They would eat bitter foods. Bitter is a type of medicine. It's a traditional medicine, and bitters are extremely healthy for stimulating your diet and your stomach, what's called flora in your stomach. Either way, that big leaf right there is going to shrink down into nothing, and this leaf right here will shrink down, and they taste, different when they're in your food. And once again, this is, hundreds and hundreds of % of vitamin C is in this leaf right here. If you never ate an orange in your life, you would live long and prosper from all the vitamin C just by eating a little bit of this every once in a while. And then once again, like I said, and it's got far beyond the amount of protein that your vitamin orange or vitamin C's from oranges or different things. And your nettle has got just all the magnesium and just every kind of mineral and everything important is in there, and it's just so extremely beneficial to you. And yes, it's stinging nettle. It'll sting you, but it also breaks down in the heat. It'll break down the stingers that are on stinging nettle are actually silica, basically natural glass, and so they're microscopic and they have no problem pricking you. But it's actually medicinal, and the products that get put into your body when you get pricked by these plants are enough to cure a lot of cancers. And people that have physical moving problems, like what's called tics and epileptics, is known as a fact, get healed from stinging nettles and bee stings and electroshock and acupuncture. Acupuncture is another form of urtification, which is basically getting stung or bit or pricked by a product. Needles do that. In modern times we use hypodermic needles and inject ourselves. Well, this is God's way of injecting you with powerful medicines. If we were cavemen or natural people, we'd be running through the bush trying to catch something, and we'd come across this, and it'd brush against our skins, and we'd catch the toxins that are in there. These toxins that are in there, toxin is not a bad word. Toxin means medicine. Toxins typically poisons are in a toxin family and vice versa, but all medicines are toxin, and all products that give you an effect are typically toxic. Toxic in a generic sense just means something that gives you an effect that you're acknowledging, that you noticeably physically can feel, or it physically changes you in some sort of way. So, of course, poisons and stuff make you dead, so you'll notice those toxins. But yeah, these are pure, powerful neurotoxins for your brain and your body, though, are in this plant. And most folk medicine people that practice natural healing know that. And even the federal government, the DEA, our federal government, when they're pretty hardcore about, acknowledging any plant medicines, they acknowledge the long list of healing properties that are in this plant. So think about that. The feds even back this up.